Hi guys, today I'm doing a video on the crossbow build for Luke, who is a scavenger. He scavengers, they find more resources in crates, so if you are unlike me and you haven't maxed everything out and you're just starting in the game, my strong advice is to pick the scavenger class because they will allow you to find more coins, food, parts and chips, all of which you need to upgrade each of the buildings, which make you much stronger, especially the workshop, which allows you to have level 10 weapons, which I've now got. Luke here, if we go to the gym, he is level 5, probably about 70% through to level 6. So straight away we're going to jump in, level 2. We're going to do it on experience for a bit of a challenge. In my opinion, the crossbow is the hardest weapon. It's got the highest skill cap. You're going to see why, because it's very slow rate of fire, and it fires in a straight line. So there's a couple of, you need to master a particular set of movement when playing with it, which is you need to work out the timing, turn, shoot, move. That's basically it. We're going to take long arms because it's an evolution for the frag grenade. So the early game, you fire and you move like so. That's all you do. The upgrade that we're looking for the crossbow is Know Thy Enemy. I'm going to take the frag grenade because it means we can evolve one weapon. The early game's the hardest. There's Kusagurama because all you'll have is let's take crossbow. All you'll have is your crossbow, and that is notoriously hard to pull off the movement. It's not super hard, but until you get other weapons, you're only relying on the crossbow. We've managed to get frag grenade and crossbow, so we're okay. Let's focus on crossbow because I really want to show you what it's like when fully upgraded. The weaknesses of the crossbow, obviously, is you've got the movement, the slow rate of fire in the straight line. The strengths of it, however, it is, in my opinion, the highest rate of damage on a single target in the game. It is an absolute boss killer. You will see when you come across a boss once we get a few levels in it. At this stage, I don't know what it'll be like, but let's take long arms so we don't waste a reroll. Once you've got a few points in it, it will absolutely shred bosses. Let's take Kunai. So we're looking now for Prolonged Formula, Accelerator, and Know Thy Enemy for the evolutions. Kusagurama, I like that because it means if things get close to us, we can just shred them. Crossbow, Prolongation Formula, there we go. So even that boss there, actually, we did shred it, but once we get it evolved with some points, let's take Killer Instinct, you're going to really see what it's like. I'm really hoping for the Know Thy Enemy. Because I really want to show you, there it is. It's going to show you what it's like to have an upgraded crossbow, an evolved crossbow, because then it really comes into its own. But also, we're going to level up a lot faster because Know Thy Enemy gives us bonus XP. Right, now, these guys with the doors, I'm going to take the mag pouch. They're very tanky, but if you kill them, which I advise you to do, they give you an absolute shit ton of experience. If you just saw our level fly up straight away there. We're looking for magnetic accelerator. I'm going to take Know Thy Enemy just to make this leveling faster for us. We'll make it a shorter video. And we want to be straight to the point. Let's take Killer Instinct for more damage. Accelerator. Okay, we've got everything we need now. The only thing we're looking for is mortar and grenade launcher for the final two weapons. Don't really need them, but they're just nice to have. There's the grenade launcher. This is pretty much a perfect run now. Once we get mortar, we've got everything that we need. Once these go, this should be like 2 levels, maybe even 3. Let's take crossbow. Let's take mag pouch. Mortar. There we go. This is literally a perfect run now. In terms of everything that we needed in terms of items, we've got it. Just love it when you get these sort of runs. Know thy enemy. Let's take killer. So we've got a few points in crossbow. And you can see just how much already we're shredding the boss, but you have not seen anything yet. Once I get a couple more points in crossbow, we've got 2 more points in it. We're able to pick up this crate here, which will give us an evolution. Don't pick it up until you've got a weapon maxed out, otherwise you will not get the evolution. The only way to get an evolution is to have a fully maxed out weapon and then pick up the crate. So we need 1 more point in crossbow, and then you're really going to see what the crossbow can do, because its weaknesses are well documented, but my god, its strengths as a boss killer is absolutely nuts. So at this stage, all we're going to do is just keep an eye on this green arrow. That the crate doesn't despawn, so we can just go and pick it up at our leisure, really, once we're ready for it. And hopefully this gives us a crossbow. Come on. It did. Let's go and get that evolved weapon. So the crossbow, when you evolve it, it basically it turns into toxic bolts. Each arrow leaves behind a toxic trail that deals damage and weakens the enemy. Now, in terms of weakens, I don't know if that refers to the damage they do to you or they just take more damage. But I do know that you do a hell of a lot more damage with this baby. So let's go. I'm going to take Killer Instinct for more damage. I want a boss to appear now, just so I can show you just what this thing does. We're starting to encounter... oh, machine gun, perfect. We're starting to encounter long-range enemies. So at this stage, I like to keep on the move and just always be hunting for crates. I don't have any regen on this character, so our only way of healing is to find crates with first aid packs in them. But you can see even now, the toxic bolts are acting as though with an AoE. So the initial weaknesses are just gone. These guys, you can see the knockback as well that the crossbow has. These ring of death, that I like to call them, of mobs, you don't even need to worry about them once you've got an upgraded crossbow. And that boss just got absolute control deleted. So the crossbow is hard in the beginning, but once you get a few points in it, and once you particularly have picked up other weapons, because the crossbow is not very good at dealing with large groups of enemies, so you rely on your other weapons to carry you through the early game. Once you get the crossbow leveled, you've got no problems then. Ow. Shouldn't have just walked into that. That was stupid. Let's max out Know Thy Enemy, and then we can maximise the chances of other things appearing. We've got a crate that's dropped, but we're well off being in evolution areas for other weapons yet. We need a few more skill points. Could really do with a magnet or a health pack dropping for me. Let's take kunai. There's the health pack. Perfect. Kusagurama, that's our closest to being evolved. You can see these big mobs are they're just getting deleted. It's not even close now. I'm going to take Killer Instinct, so that's maxed. Let's take a Grenade Launcher. Another health pack, perfect. No magnets yet. Seems strange. Okay, let's go back and get the Kusagurama evolved. Start working on the kunai now. Kusagurama's great because it obviously the Kusagurama, if you're looking, is the blue kind of ring of death that's going around us every so often. That just stops things getting close to you, which is good. So it's like a little wall of pain that stops things getting too close. Crossbow is a very long-range weapon, so the Kusagurama just supplements it nicely with being a short-range weapon. There's something else that's dead, so we just pick that up, upgrade the Kusagurama. And you can just, I think it doesn't even need to be said. Like that boss, it died in like a second. This really is like a boss killer build. So it might be. I've been struggling with the SMG on some of the higher stuff. I think with a couple of points in this guy at the gym, I think maybe the later levels, the later difficulty levels, which really throw bosses at you thick and fast. I'm gonna take frag grenade. The crossbow could be the answer because it just does melt bosses. And in the later difficulties of this level, it's bosses that it's going to send at you more often than just normal mobs. So something like this could just, yeah, it could be the answer. I'm going to do videos on how to deal with the hardest levels, or the hardest difficulties of levels, because they really, really are a big step up. And I think it's just certain builds or certain weapons that, oh my god, that boss just died. There's certain weapons that just aren't, that you just can't do them really, not unless you've hit the jackpot with mutations. But this crossbow build really seems as though it's the answer. I can't believe we've not seen a magnet. Okay, Kunai's almost there. Just stutter step really and shred everything down. Hope and pray that a magnet appears. No chance. We can't really complain given the luck that we've got with the items. We've managed to get the perfect build. We have about 5 or 6 rerolls left. In fact, how many rerolls do I have? 6, yeah. So let's go and get the kunai now. That's fully upgraded. This boss is just gonna, yeah, insta die. Just give him. Gone. Bye. See you later. Shinobi technique is good. Clear everything on the screen. That boss died instantly. Frag grenade's almost there now. Come on, give me a magnet. So as usual, I'm probably not going to complete this level, but what I will do is I'll stay until I've just maximized absolutely everything. At which point you'll see that we've just made the game on easy mode and there's no issues clearing it. The purposes is just to show you the play style and how to play the crossbow. We don't need to fully finish the level, but you will see that we could easily do it if we want to. We'll just farm up and until we've maximized every single weapon. Already, I think you're starting to get an appreciation that this is already face roll. Frag grade is now ready for evolution, which we can now just do. So we've evolved all 4 weapons. We just now need to do the unupgradable weapons alongside the skills. These Ring of Death zombies, they're no match for us now. We just laugh at them. I'm not going to take this helicopter because we've got a fair few levels to go. I think a magnet pretty much does it for us. The minute we see a magnet drop, we're probably going to get, 50 levels. Stupid. We've not seen a single one drop, and we've been in this now for 10 minutes. Yeah, so there's going to be one more final build that I'll do after this, which is that of the shotgun. I've not done the shotgun, and I think the shotgun for me, personal preference. I don't know how you guys have found it, but for me, I think the shotgun's the second hardest build. Again, the shotgun just on paper it doesn't feel anywhere near as good. It's certainly not as good as the crossbow in terms of its end scale output. It's slow. It's got a wide spread, but I was never a fan of the shotgun. It was the second class that I unlocked, and I did get a fair few levels in it, but it just doesn't feel powerful, and it's my least favorite. So that'll be the last video that I'll do in terms of weapon classes. I'll do maybe some videos on actually completing the highest difficulties. I'm up to the second highest difficulty at the moment, and I think there's going to be two contenders for which can actually fully finish the game, and that is going to be Biotech with the Bat, which that was my first video because of just how broken it is, and the second one is probably this crossbow build, because this is fairly nuts as well. Great launcher now maxed. These guys with shields are usually an issue, but as long as you're facing them, the crossbow again just deletes. Let's work on mortar. No magnet. What is this? Has it been like a stealth nerf? I mean, you've probably seen in some of my other videos that I often complain. Oh, well, there we go, speak of the devil. Let's see how many levels we get off this bad boy. Should be a few. It's going to take about half an hour for the XP to reach us. You watch now as well. I bet about 45 magnets drop in about the space of 2 minutes. Long arms. Long arms is good as well because a magnet can just drop off screen sometimes. You can miss it. You got long arms, you just automatically pick everything up. I'm going to take mortar. Obviously, weapons are more important. Yeah, I had no idea where that machine gun dropped from, but because we got long arms, we just picked it up. Mortar's now maxed. I'm going to head up for that crate. You can see the bosses will last in less than a second. It's just nuts. It really is stupid. Early game, in terms of difficulty, I'd say is quite advanced, but late game, the crossbow does become fairly face roll. You just need to master the stutter step at the beginning, and that's my biggest advice to you. Once you've done that, this becomes a walk in the park. Are we going to be able to max out our level to get this helicopter? 2 levels. It looks like we are, actually. I'm going to head in the direction and just pick up some XP on the way. There's a crate. And that's it. We're fully maxed. Yeah, again, so hard. I'm going to kill some bosses again just to showcase what the final build can do in terms of damage output. But yeah, you can see it is absolutely nuts. Hard in the early. Get a few points, get that crossbow upgraded, and it just becomes an absolute cakewalk. Let's see if we manage to get a level. We did get a level. Yes, let's have a look. Stun, grants a chance to stun enemies, 1-4 meters of the merc, reload speed, when on the move, physical damage, enemies within 5 meters. That'd be great on a spear, but I think reload speed because it's quite a low reload of a fire. It's quite a low rate of fire, and the crossbow, the more bolts you can fire out, the better. Joking, we picked up 2 negative off that. 5 rerolls though. That's silly. Cool. So that wraps up the video. I've got one more for a shotgun that I'll do, and then we're going to start working on actually doing Invincible and then finally Legend on each of the levels. We'll get all those done. Thanks for tuning in, guys.